Hey everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic time. I'm Steph from Lindy Stitches, and I'm here to share with you my exclusive holiday releases just for the ball. I am the creator of the Jingle Ball. I'm in charge here. Wait a minute. I'm in charge? Oh. Well, I can do better than this. Much better. I have 3 special releases just for the Jingle Ball, so let's just get right into them. The biggest release, and the one I am most excited about, is called Snowy Snuggles Scrapbook. This pattern actually has 2 parts. One part is mine, and one part is at the Blue Flower booth, and it's by Janine McGowan. This is our 3rd scrapbook pattern. I design half, and she designs half. You can buy the parts separately, or you can bind them to make a beautiful scrapbook layout. Previously, we have released Spring Forest Scrapbook and Saltwater Scrapbook. But now it's time for the holidays, and Janine and I are both animal lovers, so we decided to go with a pets at home theme. So here's what the whole piece looks like when it's all put together. Part 1 and part 2. Yeah, pretty good, right? So I designed half the squares and Janine designed half the squares, part 1 and part 2. Mine is part 2 and you can find it in my booth, and Janine's is part 1 and you can find her squares in her booth, and you can combine them into this beautiful piece. So those of you who are longtime fans may be able to guess which squares are hers and which squares are mine, or maybe not because our styles go so well together. But we love how it turned out. We hope that you love it too. This is the full model, and I'm going to show you some small pillows that were finished with my squares. So can you guess which ones are mine? Here we go. For Lindy Stitches fans, I hope you didn't think I was done with black cats, because here is my first small, and it is called Guardians of the Tree. They don't technically have to have titles, but I like giving them titles. This is Guardians of the Tree, and we have 3 black cats who are guarding the tree, as all cats should. Though this one has fallen asleep. If your cats are like mine, they love the Christmas tree. Sometimes they love the Christmas tree too much. Mine are pretty mild in that the worst that they usually do is bat and kill low-hanging ornaments and lay on the presents and smash them. But there's my first square. Second square is called Budgie Love, and I have wanted to chart a pair of budgies for some time, also known as parakeets. And here's 2 common budgie colorings sitting in a wreath. If you have some budgies at home and you'd like to recolor them to match your budgies or your cats, of course, totally acceptable. So all the Snowy Scrapbook squares obviously feature well-known pets, and some maybe not so well-known. Janine did a ferret, but we have a hamster, rabbit, dogs, cats, fish, something for every pet lover. This one is called I've Been a Really Good Boy, and it has a greyhound, although I think this dog is kind of generic looking, so you could recolor him and even shorten his snout to make something like a boxer or a lab. And Granny, or Mrs. Claus, however you please, has just gotten some cookies out of the oven, and someone is very interested in what is going on in the kitchen. And I just love how they're making eye contact, and she's kind of smiling at him. Like, I wonder what you want. Lastly, this one is called The Stocking Heist, and it features two dogs which are, quite frankly, up to no good. These stockings have bones sticking out of them, and they have plans. They have made a stack, and they're going to maybe help themselves to a snack a little ahead of time. But I love how this one is looking at the dachshund on top. And it's very cute. I love the little lights on the top too. So those are my 4 squares. So you can stitch these just as individual squares. You can put them in an adorable little dough bowl, mix and match, and super cute. So Janine's part will feature the squares that I didn't mention. So she has the words, this rabbit with his carrot, the ferret in his holiday sweater, the goldfish, and the hamster, who quite frankly has eaten too many treats, stored them away in his cheeks. So this is Snowy Snuggles scrapbook. I hope that you love it. It's stitched on 32 count smoky pearl linen. And unlike the other scrapbooks, we use the same count and color fabric for the smalls and for the full model, just to eliminate a little confusion. I was very wary of how this fabric color would come out with the festive colors on top. I am so pleased. The colors pop so perfectly off of it. We used a total of 4 overdyed flosses. That red, this red, is so good. Was another color, I was like, I don't know, because it's so bright, but it turned out marvelously. So I have floss packs and fabric available for anyone who is interested, but here's Snowy Snuggles scrapbook. Hope you love it. My second release is called Love and Joy, and this is what it looks like. It features a very elven looking Santa with his reindeer pal, who is all decked out for the holidays, and then some really beautiful text. This is stitched on 32 count Spending Amnesia by Mystic Fabrics, and I have that available. It is one of my favorite mint greens, very nice to work with. And I just finished this with a giant heart on the back. Love and joy come to you. And did some cording for the sides. This is stitched using some Classic Colorworks and a couple weeks dye works. So a very classic looking holiday palette with that red and pink and a little bit of blue-green, because we've got the blue-green in the background. But a very fun stitch. Love and joy. Lastly, I cannot resist a good bird, and when I came up with the idea for this pattern, I had to chart it immediately. This is Silver Bells, and it features a very festive peacock who has bedecked his tail feathers in holly and silver bells, and he is oh so proud of himself. I love how this came out. The colors just work together marvelously. Not your traditional Christmas colors, but very festive and fun. This is stitched on Frozen Linen by Forbidden Fiber Co., which is a very interesting neutral. It has gray and taupe in it, but it's very light in the modeling. It usually kind of washes out. I'm not sure if the camera's even picking it up, but it's very lovely to stitch on, and it kind of knocks that blazing white effect out of the linen. I really like it. I also used 3 colors from Forbidden Fiber Co., and these are lovely to stitch with. My favorite of these 3 colors is definitely the Elphaba. It's really fun. It transitions from blue to green, and it makes these tail feathers really fun to stitch. So that is Silver Bells. I thought it would take a few moments to just pull some things off the wall behind me. These are Lindy Stitches finishes from holidays past. We'll be really quick about it so you can just get an up-close view of some of my past Christmas patterns. So this is my largest Christmas release to date. It is called And to All a Good Night, and it features a beautiful winter manor with some mistletoe and holly border, a snowman going on a sleigh ride, and some reindeer flying through the sky. And of course there's a peacock on top of the house, because why wouldn't there be? This is recently released. This is Reindeer Games. And this is a collaboration between myself and the artist Terry Runyon. So Terry Runyon painted up this reindeer, and I could not resist. Can you guess why? It's this festive pig. He just gets me. Reindeer Games. And also recently released is Peppermint Candy. Peppermint Candy, gingerbread spice, Christmas means everything nice. This is a sampler of small motifs, and I just thought it would be super fun to challenge myself to make little tiny motifs and fill the sampler with them. Very fun, modern colors, and super fun to stitch. This is very vintage Lindy stitches, but I still love this release so much. This is called Merry Manatees, and it is a drum, and it features a big manatee mama with her baby, and he's wearing a hat and he has Christmas lights on him. It also has some fish, a turtle bearing a gift, and it's really adorable. That's Merry Manatees. Also recently released, this is Posing in the Mistletoe, and features a festive pug taking his Christmas card photo. Glad Tidings is a pair of patterns. You get both in the pattern. You get Gloria and Behold. And they just make a beautiful set hanging on the wall. I love them so much. I love the cheery colors and the fact that they're done on sky blue. But this one is my favorite of the two by far. I just think these angels turned out so nice, and they're so fun to stitch. I keep saying that. Everything. So fun to stitch, because it all is. The last one I'm going to show you here in this little sit-down vintage flashback is Merry Beard Season. I love this vintage Santa. He's absolutely adorable. Some people have stitched him without the words in his beard, and he is still just as cute. Thanks for joining me to look at my new stuff, but most of all, thank you for coming to the Jingle Ball. I am so glad that you're here, and I hope that you're having a fantastic time. We have worked hard to create the funnest event that we could conceive of together, and we hope that you have had some laughter and some fellowship and fun with some stitchy friends, and you're just getting in that holiday spirit. Sit back and relax and stitch and enjoy the weekend, friends. Bye.